Hello, good afternoon, everyone. How are you guys doing? I hope you all are doing well. Welcome to my live streaming. My sister is laughing at me. Oh, come and help me. Oh, she said I'm looking like a bush baby. No makeup. I need to do makeup. Okay, guys, thanks for coming. Thanks for coming. Do give the host a thumbs up. Share me out. As you can see from the title, we're talking about things, some things we don't like, some things we neglect to talk about before getting married. Yeah, I've discovered that there are some things that we don't always talk about. We take it so like simple, normal. We don't see it as an issue before you say you want to get married to this person or this person. So today I will be like sharing with us some points that I have or some areas that I have come up with. Yeah, just to help us that are preparing to get married, those that want to get married, because not everybody wants to get married. Hello, welcome to my channel. Please give those a thumbs up. Hello, share me out if you can, so we can talk about the beautiful topic we have today. Yes, so I'm back. Oh, I'm back. First of all, before you talk about like before you conclude on getting married, you need to first understand that you cannot do anything without God and succeed. So you need to put God first. Why many of our marriages, many of our plan or investment fail, we don't put God first. So first I want us to put God first. Don't not at that particular moment when you need help or you need something, but put him first in any situation. Whatever thing you are doing, whatever plan you made, make sure you put him before carrying out the activities. So that is the first thing I find out, that we don't put God first. And secondly, you have to know that no one is perfect. The man is not perfect. The woman is not perfect. There is no perfect man on earth. We all will have our own bad side. We have the area where, let me see, our own weakness. Everybody has his or our own weakness. So have it in mind that no one is perfect. We all will make mistake. We all will have made mistake in the past. And not everything or not all my past I'll be able to remember and tell you. Same as not all your past you will tell me. So you have to have this in mind, knowing that he is not perfect, you are not perfect. Don't look like somebody can meet you and say, this person, you're getting married to this person, he's like this, he's like that, and you start thinking different otherwise. So no one is perfect. Make sure if you have decided to stay with this person, let that be in you that he is not perfect. He will not be perfect. The perfect man you want. Same as you are not perfect, I will not be perfect. That is something you need to know. And the third one, hmm, family. Some people say, I'm not getting married to the family, I'm getting married to the guy or to the girl. Fat lie. When you decide to get married, you're getting married to the family. You're getting married, especially to the mom, because those are the people that, in fact, that always want to see things happening. So you, the man or the woman, to make your partner happy, you need to know that the family, the mom is one very special, same as the woman is important to you. That is how her mom is important to her, and you, the man, the man mom is important to him. So before you consider getting married, this particular area of mom, this two in-law stuff, they need to understand themselves. They need to, be in an agreement. Mhm. Yes, so you, the old lady, let me talk in the area of a lady. If a man proposed to you, okay, and he said he wants to get married to you, before doing that, I'm sure the two of you have been in a courtship, or you have been in a relationship, or even if you have not been in any relationship, for the first time he approached you and he talked about that. What I believe that you should know is getting to know, after you have understand him, you need to understand his family as well. Ask some simple question about his family. If he can, if he's a type that will introduce you to his family, just that step alone will make you know that he is serious. And once you start visiting the family members, then you will understand how they are. Then you will know how to deal with each and everyone. Don't carry a bad attitude though. We all will have bad attitude. I don't think you can hide your bad attitude. Just be yourself. If you're the type of person that If this thing is not supposed to be here and the thing is there, just carry it, just do it. That is, try to correct and be outspoken. Don't keep it inside of you. Let them know that you are this type of person. Don't keep it and say, after all, when I get married, I will show you guys. When I get married, you come to my house. No. Let them know the type of person you are. Be open. Tell them your mind. And coming to the mother side, that is the two mothers, the man and the woman, it's difficult. Sometimes it's difficult for the two in-laws to work, to understand the same, that is, to work in the same agreement. And during that period, it can make the two parties to have misunderstanding or even clash if you don't apply wisdom. So at that time, you, the man or the woman, you need to apply wisdom. You don't need to take sides of your mother or of this, no, but make sure each and everyone they are happy. Try your best to make sure my mom is happy, my husband mom is happy. So you have a peaceful home. Don't just start taking side and saying that no, my mom is very bad. Why do my mom do like this? That. If you are supporting your mom or you are taking side with your mother-in-law and making your mom feel bad, the same thing when the woman leave your side, mother leave your side, she will have that same mentality. If this girl can talk to her mom like that, what more of? So you need to be very careful when it comes to certain situation like that. Mhm. So marriage in that area for families, such family relations, you need to be very careful. Be outspoken. Let them know the type of person you are. Let them understand that this person is like this man is like that. Don't keep things inside of you. Say after you settle it or after you make it happen. No, it should not be like that. Family. And also, another point before you talk about marriage is the space. The man need his space. The woman need her space. If you are the type that if your husband or your wife is not around you, this girl are making noise. If you are the type that get jealous, often that is, you always want the man to be beside you. You don't give him space for him. You don't give him time for himself. Then you will have problem. Oh. Don't say when I get married I will change him. No, you need to understand. One, my husband like to hang out with his friends. Understand that. Don't think when you get married to him you restrict him from doing that. Two, he likes drinking or he likes to visit his mom. He likes to. Don't think you can change him once you get married. And use am. And use am go go go. Yeah, so you need to understand that there are times that you just want to be alone. I'm sure during courtship or before you talk about marriage, situation or occasions like this do come up. So you need to know how to deal with this in the future, how to handle situation like this if it arises in the future. So those are the type of little things that we don't really talk about it, or we don't really put our mind in it. No. When you get married, you start saying he keep late nights, he always go out with his family, with his friends, he don't spend time with me. Meanwhile, when you were with him in a relationship, he was doing that. But because you find it so tiny, you just wanted to be his wife or husband, you do not take your time to talk about it. So that is one of the little fault I think we need to really put our mind, or we need to like try to adjust it. If you know you cannot adjust a person or cannot um adjust that situation at that time, then no, you will not do it in the future. No need for you to say no. When I get married, I'll do this. There is no when in marriage. There is none. So that is one of the little things like that. And also this point I want to put this the same, like it fall under the family. Should I say under the family or under the space? One of that two, any way you can put it. When your husband or your wife visit his friend or he visit his family, I'm sure before leaving the house, he will tell you that I'm going to visit this person. If he or she tells you that he is going to visit this person, I don't see any reason for you keep calling him or calling her, because before leaving the house, he makes you understand that he or she is going to visit this person. I think if there is, unless it is an emergency, that you can call. But if it is not really an emergency, you want to like talk to him, you can send a message. Why are you taking so long? What is happening? He will look to his phone and he will understand, no, I need to go back home. But once as he leaves the house to go visit his family, and you start calling him, the parents will feel like maybe because she's married or he's married to my son, my daughter, he don't want us to spend time, he don't want her to visit us. They'll start feeling a type, and of which is not really good. So we all give that time. If it is time for family, if you are not with him or her when they visit the family, give them that space. You can talk through text. Don't call. Don't be calling. Don't call too much to like distract him or to make the other people feel like they are not important because they got married to you. And another point is plan how to live your life after marriage. Many of us, or many of the couples I have seen, they don't plan how they will spend their life or how they will live their life after marriage. So I find, in fact, they find it difficult, or I see it like they have a tough time in life because they don't plan about it. What their mind or focus is, they want to get married. I want to get married. I want to have a fantastic marriage. I want to have, they talk about marriage. Forget to know that after that marriage for a day, they have a home to build. What will happen after that? What will happen when these people are no more with us? What will happen? You need to plan how you will live your life. When drafting your wedding, don't put too much. Check your account. Try to know how much you have. If you get married with this amount, how much would be left, and how will you run your family in a month? The expenses in a month is like this. The rent, if you are renting, the rentage is like this. The feeding for two, let's say if you get married, some people when you get married, they give you a family child to live with. Or if it happens that you already have a child and you want to stay with another mouth. So you need to put this into consideration. That is, if I get married today, I'll have at least four mouths to feed every month. Or how much with that? You need to check that our toiletry, our food stuff, the expensive. You need to check all those things to know if you are able, or how you be able to fill in that gap before you talk about marriage. These are the things that many of us we don't talk about it before we get into marriage. And when you get into marriage, you start complaining, he's stabbing me, I am not dressing well, I don't look good, my friends are looking good, the woman cannot take good care of me, the woman is boring, I'm the only one doing everything at home, I provide that, of which you had time to talk about it, but you never talk about it. Those are the little things you need to talk about it. In your relationship, When you decide you want to get married, those are the things that you need to really talk about it. What if tomorrow I got married today and tomorrow it happens that my business where I'm working, I'm sacked or they sacked me? What will I do? You need to have a second plan. If I get married today, what will my wife do? She needs to have something doing that will be as a backup to support the family. You need to think about that. Think about your future ahead of time. Plan about your future ahead of time. Don't plant all your money in your wedding. Forget about the future. Many people have made that mistake. Many people even go to the bank, they'll take loans. They will like drain their shop just because they want to meet up to the high standard of marriage ceremony to fit others, and you don't think about your own future. We need to really, really see into that, try to arrange it so that our house or our future will be good. Yeah, so that is just it. Why I'm saying all this, because I've seen friends, I know of people that they got married without making any further plan. Their mind was just to get married. Their mind was what we are to wear on that day, what people will eat, what people will drink. They don't think about themselves, they don't think about the future, and they are finding it difficult. They are finding it difficult. Another area is if you, the man, you are working, because we have working class ladies, we have ladies that love to work, women that they like career women. Let me put it that way, they are career women. When they want to be on that is they want to prove that they are, though they are women, but they can work and acquire more promotion to be higher. So if your wife is like that, she's always busy, she's a career woman, she goes to work in the morning, come back at night. During your courtship, you need to know she is like that. Don't wait after you get married to her and you tell her to quit her job. You don't know how long she has suffered to reach where she is. You don't know the sleepless nights she has gone through to acquire the promotion and that place. So if you know you will not tolerate him or her, don't go into it. Don't go into it. Because when you are in a relationship, she is that busy. Don't think when she get married she'll be less busy. No. But what you should do is you talk about it. You the two parties need to sit and talk about it. Okay, now I'm working, you are working. We go in the morning, come back at night. What if it happens that in the future we have kids? How do you think we can, you need to really talk about these things. There are some women, the same as there are some women that cannot cook. There are some women that they don't know how to cook. I know as you're in a relationship, you know all this area. She cannot cook. You know very well she cannot cook, but you love her and you want to get married to her. Don't get married to her and start using her weakness to bring her down. She cannot cook. Before getting married to her, you knew that she cannot cook. So you need to talk about all these things while in courtship. You need to look for a way to see how you can fill in the gaps of the areas that you know it is it is should I say leak, that there is a hole. If you cannot close it, you let go. Because after you're married, it's a whole different thing. It's something that you cannot even start. That is the way your marriage will be in the future determine. In fact, it's, how will I even put it in? From your courtship, right? If you know this person you want to be with, the way you plan today, it tells how tomorrow will be like. Don't tolerate everything, swallow everything, swallow everything, swallow everything that you know it is not good, but you keep swallowing. Voice it out now that you are still to get married. If it is something you can amend, the two of you sit down. If it's something the two of you can amend it. If you know you cannot, then you know this one, I'll not go there. Don't get married to somebody after 2 months you start filing for divorce. No, because you don't talk about it. Don't get married because of beauty. Don't get married because of handsomeness. Don't get married because of money. Don't get married because of this title or anything. No. First, you need to understand each other. That's why I said you need to put God in front. Because if the two party, if God said the two of you will be together and you understand yourself, I believe that there is no obstacle that the two of you cannot cross. So understanding is very important. Talk about every little thing. Talk about everything. Tell him or her who the type of person you are, what you like. If it is something he can deal with, he start dealing with it now. He should not be seeing you putting on your gown, of which he likes somebody putting on trousers. And at that time, he's not telling you. And when you got married, he start telling you, you always dress like this, you are not like this. Before you get to that point, she was like that. Or he was a man, let me say a man case is even different because you the woman, it's your place for you to trust your man. We have some men that they are not good in fashion, but you, the woman, you know this man, I like my man to dress like this, I like him to be like that. You guys need to talk about everything. There are some men that like to dress in a gentleman, that is the wear shirt, that is how they are. Maybe if you like somebody like that likes jean trousers and t-shirt, tricot, like that, and he is not always in that attire, you just say anyway. When I get married, I'll change him. You cannot change him like that. You cannot. You need to talk about it. Tell him before time. This is what I like. This is how I want my man to be like. He too will tell you, I like my woman to always be like this. I like my woman to dress like this. Like when we are going out in this occasion, you dress like this. But talk about every little thing. Don't keep anything untouched. Don't say no. This one no is after marriage. It's after this. No. Talk about everything. Yeah, so those are the little points that is I try to have come to understand that we are having problem with. Those are the point. This marriage stuff. Marriage is good, but once you don't understand yourself, it becomes hell. So you need to know all those things. All those things. You need to really understand that before you say I do, you have gone through the family. You know that you are able to take control. You are able to support. Don't go there and start saying anyway, well, I will just do this one because I'm in your house now. Once you come to my house, I will not do it. I'll be get. There are some families, or should I say family? There are some guys, okay, they are still living with their parents. They still live with their parents. So what if you find yourself in that situation where you get married and you go and stay with your husband family in a family house? You find yourself in that situation before getting married. I know you have been visiting him. Maybe he will tell you, I don't have money to rent an apartment, or I will stay here for wherever since I have my own house. Put your mind, that is the two of you, you and your partner, talk about it. If we are to be like this, are we going to cook in the same pot? Is it family pot? That is, will I cook general for everybody? Talk about it. When I want to do my laundry, am I going to watch your own and watch your mom or your brother? Because there are some women when they get married, they start watching the younger ones or the mother. Everybody will bring in their clothes for her to watch, and you cook baby pot of food for the whole house. Talk about it now when you are still in courtship before you get go into marriage. Don't leave it like that. Don't go there and start doing it. And when you enter their house, they call you to come and do it. You start bringing big madam in that matter because you're already in their house. Or fish from the start, you accepted it. Don't start what you know you will not finish. Talk about everything. Talk about everything before you get married. If he stays with his family, fine. For me, I will not accept general potting. Me, I will not. If I meet a man, he lives in his family house, I will not accept to cook for the whole family. In fact, it's even I will not even accept to even stay there. I prefer we leave, we look for a room, single room, and start up our life for to avoid problem, to avoid misunderstanding. The worst is the family that they don't even want to understand you. That is the worst. They feel like you have come into our son's life to take him away, to eat the money. You don't, in fact, you're not qualified to be his wife. Many family they see women like that. They'll tell you you're not even qualified to be my son's wife. I want my son to get married to this, to that, to that. And just because they are seeing you every day, they feel like their son is spending a lot of money on you. The worst is if you put on a new hair, they just believe, it's my son has bought it for her. Eh, she's looking good because of my son money. Ladies, we need to try. Don't be housewife. Gone were those days when you say I'm a housewife. Look for something to do to assist your partner. Talk about it. There are some men also that they don't want their wife to work. If you are that type of woman that you like to work and your husband don't want you to work, talk about it. Make him to see reasons. And to all those men out there that don't want their wife to work, please, it is really, really bad. It's not healthy. Your wife needs to do something. Open her a boutique. Let her have something, no matter how little it is. The one franc that she brings home, that one is like, how will I say? That is your backbone. You will fall to that when you don't have anything to lean on. So your wife working is not like she challenging you or she being like the man in the house. Yeah, those some women when they start working and having much money, they think they have arrived. They think they are now equal with the man. You can never be equal with your husband. Your husband is your husband. He is the head of the family. You are just there to help him. If you understand that, that's why I say from the first start, before you talk about marriage, make sure you put God in front. If you put God in front in all activities, in everything you want to do, you will not make mistake in life. And your marriage will be perfect. Though there is no perfect home, there is no home, no home is perfect. Marriage is not the bed of roses. Like I always say when I was growing up, they said marriage is not like this. I have one of my friends, she used to say, marriage is like a bone where you buy meat from the market. There is this area of a bone. It's not totally bone. If you look at bone, there's some area where it is having meat. That is how marriage is. When you come to that place of meat, you eat it and you smile. When you go to the place of bone, you struggle to bring out the juice from it. That is how marriage is. So don't just feel like I'm happy like this. When we get married, we'll always be happy. No, that is not how marriage is. Marriage has its own up and down. It depends how you solve it. It depends how you handle your issues. Try to keep your problem between you and your husband. That is your family issue. Don't take it to the next partner. It's not everything your mother-in-law or your mother or your sister needs to know about it. There are some things that you keep it between you and your husband. If you build your relationship in the area where you are always outspoken, you always tell him this thing is not good, I like it to be like this. A reasonable man, once he look at his wife or you look at your husband, and if he is troubled, you will know that something is wrong with him or her. You will know that no, this is not the face I always see. Something is wrong somewhere. Try to be a friend. You know, make a home. Let your home be that home that everyone will be envious of. I'm not saying you will not have misunderstanding. You will have misunderstanding, but try to solve it. Once as you have Christ, you will solve it. Once as God is ahead, you will always solve it. So we need to talk about all these little things before we get married. Don't just be happy because a man proposed to you. Like now, what is happening on social media? You see many guys now. Everyone is single. No one is married. Nobody is married now. Everybody, even the married one with kids and even grandchildren, they'll tell you they are single. You need to be you need to put God is you need to surrender everything to God to be able to pick out or to be able to meet with the one God has designed for you. If you don't do like that, you'll make a big mistake that you end up regretting for a life. Yeah. So all these guys that are out saying I'm single, I'm single, I'm single. May singleness kill you there because you know you are not single. Just because you want the lady attention, because you have your something that you want to get something from her. I say you are single. Why? It's not good. It's not fair. You play with people's emotion. You play with people's emotion. Marriage is not something to play with. But now everybody's like saying you meet somebody the first day, the second day saying, I want to get married to you. Ah, since when has marriage become a child's play that everybody wants to? No, it is normal. I'm saying this. This is what many guys are doing now. You young ladies, you need to be very careful. Not everybody that says I want to marry you is your husband. You need to ask yourself. You need to ask God, is this the one for me? Am I doing the right thing? Is this the man you want me to spend the rest of my life with? So all these things, they are very important. You might see them as nothing, but they are really, really important. Make sure before you get married or before you say yes or before you like say I do, make sure you know your family, the family you are getting into. If it is a family you can bear or it's a family you know you can follow with their own rules, because you are leaving your own parents. The way they brought you up is quite different from the way this other family is. Everything will not go according to your own will. They will not favor you. So you need to understand that no, I'm leaving a lot of things going into this. Let your mindset I digest it. Don't say you're getting married only to your husband. Lie, lie. You'll not get married only to your husband. But once you get married, your husband mom will be coming. The worst is even when you are pregnant and you give birth. And if it happens that your mom needs to come and your husband mom also needs to come. Okay, for instance, you stay together with your husband in a family house. Your husband mom is there, your mom also is there. If your mom is in the house, your mother-in-law is in the house. Do you think if you don't have wisdom, you can control that home? Because the two of them will always clash. So for you to have peace in your home at that particular moment, when your mom is there, your husband mom is there, since when you participating together, try to like discuss to it. Say, okay, who will cook? That is, I want to eat this. Discuss on some little things. Or maybe your mother-in-law will say, okay, I will prepare food for this, I will do this. Maybe your mother will say, okay, then when I get up tomorrow or wash the clothes, I'll do the laundry, I will do this. You know, don't try to drag. If your mother-in-law said she want this to be done like this, I am not saying no, I want it to be done like this. And if you start dragging and dragging, I will not advise you to favor your mother-in-law or to favor your mother. Don't favor anybody when it comes to that situation, because they are both important. The same way your mother is important to you is the same way your mother-in-law is very important to your husband. And you cannot please your mother and displease your mother-in-law. You need to make sure everyone is happy. So at that time, you need to apply wisdom. At that time, you need to put knowledge. You need to let God direct you on what to do. Don't start shouting and shouting and saying the both of you need to leave my house. Leave your house. A time will come when another children will tell you that. So you just need to apply wisdom. So to avoid situation like this, right? If they are not in the same place, they can come visiting once at a time. Maybe your mother-in-law can come, stay with you for some time, and go there. Your mother come. Even though I know at that time the two of them want to come at the same time. So you need to talk about it also with your husband. You talk about it to know who will come first to take care of you. So that is just all the ideas, like some of the things I see we don't talk about before we get married. We find that out many of our marriages now, they talk about divorce, because they do not talk about all these little things while they were in a courtship. They do not talk about it. It's not even see it. You don't see it as a burden. Okay, so we need to talk about everything before we get married. Thank you all so much for your time. I really, really do appreciate you for your support, your love. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you have not. Press that like button and share this video out so we all understand how to go about our life, how to see what to think or to talk about before we say I do. Many people, when they propose to you, all you keep saying is love, calling, you do not call me, you don't send message. That is not important. They have many things you need to talk about before you say I do. Trash all those things while in courtship, because once you get into marriage, you will not have that time to arrange it. The next will be divorce, which will not be good. Thank you all so much. I wish you all a blessed day. Bye bye.